Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to show you how to ride this R6 100 miles an hour in this snow. So let's crack on. Obviously we're not going to make a video about 100 miles an hour in the snow. There is no chance, because you see already you can't even move from the thingy. Right, but what we're going to talk about is three major things on this bike. The three things what really winds me up, and I think, come on, why? So before you buy, actually if you're interested in R6s, before you buy R6, I want to let you know about these three things, because one of them could cost you a lot of money, one of them could cost you a lot of headaches, and the third part would be, you probably will think, why? So check this out. Let's get this bike on a proper stand and we can go closer and have a look. So yeah, let's get closer. I'm going to show you just a little bit around the bike as well, and then we're going to crack on with them three really bad things about this bike. Right, the bike actually himself, yeah, I know this is my project and it's probably the only colour in the country, but you can see my previous videos anyway. The bike is amazing, it looks so good, yeah, it looks sharp, it's fast, I mean it's really great. This is actually Yamaha R6 100 2004, which is 5SL model. It looks great and I'm loving it, but the three things you need to know before you pay any money. Right, let's start with the first thing. Is let's come closer to the dashboard actually. So we turn on ignition. I probably gonna start it up anyway. So we start it up. Basically, the one thing you are missing, the really one thing, just let's switch it off because it's a bit too loud and probably you can't hear me. What you see on the speedo, you see miles an hour, you see the temperature in here, the trip to your mileage, also you can do your brightness and things like that. It's a little it's a small list of options, but still there is some kind of options. But let's say you wake up in the morning and you work or you want to go for a trip 60 miles from your house or from your location, whatever. So how you know how much petrol you got? There is no bloody petrol thingy. You can't see how much petrol is he got. Basically, when he really runs out of petrol, it's not like empty tank, but the petrol light will come up in here. But there is no bars or there is no tank capacity level or things like that. So that's the major. So basically you go, if you can't remember last time you actually fill up the tank, I know you will do quite a lot if you travel, but if you can't remember it, your first thing what you're gonna do is get to the petrol station, because you don't know how much petrol you got left. So that's one of them. I mean, that's a major, that's not right. And I know this is super sport bike, it's a track bike mostly, but if you've been able to make them on the road legal, why you didn't upgrade this little thing in here? I mean, I would think, I don't know why. I probably will try to read online, or maybe you got any suggestions. I don't know why, but I think that's wrong. So that's number one. Let's jump on number two. Okay, so a second thing about this bike, it's not so much on the riding anyway, but it's more to your wallet. It's more about the money. Basically, I bought this bike as a project. I always was dreaming about one, and I was thinking I will spend this amount of money, but I ended up being wrong. I spent probably double of that, you know. And basically what was wrong is, because I didn't know that actually R6s, in so many different bikes, actually I deal with so many different bikes, I could be able to buy the parts from the older or the newer models of bikes, but not these. That actually, when you look in 2001 to 2003, I'm not too sure if I'm 100% correct about the years, but I think 2001 and 2003, the models actually calls as a 5EB Feb. This is how it calls. So when you look for the part, you just put 5EB Yamaha R6, and it will come up with actually the correct parts, whatever you need it. We got Feb, which is 2001, 2004 some cases, but some cases 2004 to 2005 is 5SL, the model calls. And 2006 to 2009 is 2CO, number 2CO. And 2009 to 2014, 13S, 13S. So these are the model numbers, are very important, and the bike is newer, the probably different number it's got or letters. When I was buying the parts, actually I went wrong with a couple of them. I bought actually 2 years younger and 2 years older parts. They didn't fit. So basically you need you actually have to make sure you put the right the model of your bike and look for the parts, because they look actually pretty similar. But let's say about this handlebar clip, so that actually there is a little pin on the bottom in here, but when I bought the 2 years older one, it actually design was all the same, but the pin was coming from the top for some reason. So it's these little things. I don't know if they make it on the purpose just to make more money, or they just made it to be more interesting. I'm not too sure really. You know, I probably will try to find it out, but yeah, that's a number two. Basically, before you buying, if you see any damage, just make sure you check before. You ask the guy who's selling the bike for the model, the year, and you go on eBay or Yamaha shop or whatever, check for these parts, how much they cost, because they would cost you some good money, and make sure you're buying the right parts. So that's the thing. Hopefully you will understand that basically I think every 2 or 3 years, depends, some of them 5 years, they got their model is being built, and basically that means by design or by the part numbers and things like that. So hopefully you understand. If you're not, just comment below. So let's crack on with number 3. Okay, so number three is charging. Common and main issue on R6s. Basically, when I got this problem, I still got it, and the video will come up. Next one will be really great, how to check it and what's wrong with it, what to replace it, and the video will be awesome as well. Subscribe and smash that like button, remember it. So you're going to see the next video, important as well, because that's the common problem on these R6s. Not only this model or year, but honestly, I see the 14 plates, 17 plates, 9 plates, 2000 and extra. So basically they all break down for some reason. So basically first time I went outside, went to work, come back, and day was really great. Not like this, but it was a nice day. I went for the spin and ended up shooting some video about 1 to 60, you know, or something like that. They will come up anyway, and stop on the parking, and basically ended up pushing my bike. I think that's a joke, but okay, I think it's been standing for a couple of weeks, and maybe battery just drained empty, you know, drained out for some reason. So never mind, I charge it up fully, put for a couple of hours proper charge, check the battery's good, went for the spin, and he died again. I actually died on a roundabout, and the bloke said, "Oh, what's a nice bike, a nice color, all this, you know." I think, yeah, thanks man. And unlucky, actually, I pressed this kill switch on the roundabout, so it dies out. I think no problem at all, you know, let's start it up again. And I couldn't. That's a funny part. I couldn't. The battery was flat, so I ended up pushing again. They pushed the bike, started up, engine check light come up, and luckily get back indoors, and I think, right, fuck this, got enough. Bike is nice, bike rides good, bike looks good, but the bloody thing just winded me up. So I ended up going to Halfords, bought new battery. The battery actually cost some money. I was hoping to spend 60-70 quid for the decent one. Actually, the battery cost £104, and so replace the battery. I think, yeah, there we go, nice, happy days. So I get back to work, no problem at all. Finished my shift, went to the car park, started up, no problem. Halfway, it was dark already, about after 6 o'clock. Halfway, my headlights actually start flashing, and I think, come on, I just got brand spanking new battery. That's probably the issue was. And basically my headlights died out, engine check light come up, my speedo basically blank, disappeared. There was no power at all. So luckily I put my hazard lights on. That's the only light actually what was left on the bike. And I did another 3-4 miles because I was thinking just to try to get back indoors, but it started like dying slowly. So I parked it up on the road, call up some people, and they actually sorted me out. So we ended up, that was not a battery. So the problem actually is the stator, or there is a little bastard rectifier. One of them is not charging enough, and that's a common main issue on the bikes. So make sure you actually check that as well. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Basically, just take with you, because that will cost you a job. If you're not going to do yourself, that will cost you a lot of money. Because if you go to garage and they need to take this out, the stator, that will cost you a couple of £100 and the plus stator, or rectifier as well. You need to remove the petrol tank. It depends what model you got, but most of the cases they're under the tank or some here. So just get this one, put on the battery, basically check before you start it up, check the battery. If it shows you no less than 12.4 volts, that means the battery is fully charged, no problem whatsoever. Then what you do, start up your bike, give like 2-3 minutes to warm up, and then you put your thing in here, and you have to make sure it shows no less than 13.5 volts, because it basically charges up. If it shows you less than 13.5 volts, that means it's not giving enough power to the battery. So basically it drains the battery, and you end up pushing your bike. Well, you ain't gonna push your bike anymore if it's gonna be proper flat, you know. So it's the only little issue. Probably some people will get like, you weirdo, but at the same time you will save money and your headaches. You know, it's a common issue, it's a common problem on R6s. I don't know about different bikes, but even I find it myself, this problem, you know. And a video will come up about the bike, about the thing actually, because I'm not too sure what's going on with this bike, but it dies out. We replaced the battery, it didn't work. So we're gonna jump on a stator or rectifier and see how many volts we got on the screen. So if you find this video helpful, just smash that like button, and if you're interested in more videos, just subscribe, because it will be, the weather is not nice anymore, but there will be bright days again, and then we're going to be back on the road, and I'm going to go to lots of the places the bikers go, you know, the meetups. I make videos, photos of new bikes, and see what people got around, you know. So my channel will grow slowly. So smash that like button. Also, we're gonna make epic video. That's going to be actually awesome video. If you want to see what video will come up, it will take me time to actually do it. We end up with this R6, and there is also Ninja 650 in the garage, so that's gonna be included. And yes, it's gonna be a cool, awesome video. So smash that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching.